Let's rip.
Welcome to the mainstream, where we talk and we laugh about life, love, and everything that we have. Tune in, sit back, and relax your mind. We're here to entertain, it's podcast time. We got stories to share and advice to give on how to be the best man that you can live. So come join the conversation, be a part of the team. Welcome to the mainstream, it's where you want to be.
Hello, and welcome back to the Mainstream Podcast. This is Ryan with a hard R and Josh the man Richter. Just the two of us tonight. Magic Mike. It is his daughter Scarlett's birthday. So
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Scarlett. I think she's 5, 4?
No, I think she's probably like 6,
6?
5, 6.
So somewhere in there.
Yeah.
She's in the mid
She's young.
ones era.
She's single digits still.
Yeah, she's still single digits. And a regular Mike is has the omelet breakfast tomorrow for the Lamont Volunteer Fire Department.
I'm excited about it.
So I think I'm gonna go up and get me an omelet. He was talking them up pretty good.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
How you going to do that with the old carnivore?
I can eat eggs,
Yeah.
and cheese, and meat.
Okay.
So I just won't get any
Onions, peppers,
No.
tomatoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't get tomatoes anyway.
Yeah.
But I won't do onions, peppers.
Really?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of sugars in it for you?
Yeah. Fruits and vegetables have sugar in them.
Yep.
You're not supposed to eat them. Carnivores don't. So
Why should Ryan?
all right.
How's that going for you anyway?
I'm down 36 pounds.
Boom!
Feeling pretty good,
Hey, extra inch.
I guess. So that's 2 extra inches, allegedly. I don't know where it's at, but apparently it's there.
So is it a lie or is it the truth?
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not like. Do you want me to start measuring that too? Not only am I giving weekly weight updates, I'm also giving weekly dick measurement updates.
You know what I just thought
There's
about?
a certain group of people that I text my weight to that are not going to be interested in that. Sorry, Mom.
Do you know what I just thought about when you were talking about measuring? For us as parents, when our kids, were born, we got a big 6 foot tall, like 1x8 ruler.
And you mark your height?
Could you imagine having a fucking ruler that you just like flopped your dick down every week to measure incrementally where you're at? Do you measure limp or do you measure hard?
You got to measure hard.
Okay. Would you do both? Would you measure both? Like, hey, soft here, hard here?
No.
Because you got to take both dynamics.
But I've seen a
of it.
meme where there's like a tape measure marked like that, and it's got a line for soft.
I
and a
sent
line
one
for
to the
hard.
group.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
I sent one to the group.
No, you got to measure hard.
Okay.
Like I
okay.
think, like every guy's gonna measure at some point in high school.
Yeah.
Do you measure from the top, the bottom, or the side?
Ooh. I can't remember when I did that. Probably the side.
It depends on if you want to feel good about yourself. Measure from the bottom.
Oh, because it goes deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she said. If you want to hurt your feelings, measure from the top.
Maybe we'll have to do that.
I don't think there's no we.
Mainstream measurement
Let's get
day.
that clear right
Mainstream
now to all the
measurement
listeners.
day.
There's no we. On the whiteboard, we'll just have a couple little real short
ticks,
different tick marks on a ruler.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be classic.
Nah.
That'd be a good time. How was your week, man?
My week was pretty solid. Work-wise was pretty smooth, pretty good week,
All right.
pretty easy. We did end up racing last night at
Boom.
Davenport Speedway.
Giggity.
First race of the year. It was the car had a lot of speed. The driver was okay.
Oh yeah.
In the heat race we started 7th. On like lap 2, got into a debacle with a guy. He was in front of me. Going into the corner and checked up sooner than I thought he would. I got on the binders as soon as I could. I did get into the back of him a little bit and hit the brakes, thought he straightened out, picked up the throttle. He turned down the track and I took off, kept going.
Yeah.
And I guess he half spun out and hit another guy.
Rubbin's racing.
It wasn't intentional. It was an accident. I fucked up. I'll take blame for that all day. Not trying to wreck anybody or tear anybody's shit up.
Yeah.
Especially not my own, especially not anybody else's. I've been on both sides of it. He was probably Well, I know for a fact he was very pissed at me, and that's fine. I can understand why he would be, but you know, it's racing. It's not intentional.
Yeah.
I had to restart in the back and passed him again, clean, didn't touch him.
Yeah.
You know, if I was out there to keep wrecking him, I would have kept wrecking him, but I didn't.
Well, you go into racing knowing that you have the chance of getting hit, getting hurt.
Yeah, I mean that's you know,
That's part of the game.
Everybody tries to drive respectfully, right?
Yeah,
You
for
got
sure.
a few knuckleheads that don't, and you know it's you know, it was a heat race, so there was 9 of us on the track.
Yeah.
For 8 laps, racing for the top 4 spots to get a potential the top 12 cars. So there's 3 heats.
In the feature?
There's not in the feature. So the 3 heats, top 4 cars out of each heat draw a chip 1 through 12, and that's where you start the feature.
Okay.
So you want to make it in those top 4 spots so you get
Yeah.
a chance to draw that chip and start good.
Yeah.
Because if you don't start good in the feature, it really hurts your chances of winning.
So everybody runs the heats to get
Yep.
to get the placement, and everybody runs a feature too.
Yeah, everybody runs the heats. So
Okay.
there was, I think, 25 cars.
Okay.
So they broke it out into heat races with a couple cars in each heat. So everybody, when you race, you run 1 heat race and 1 feature.
Okay.
Now, if they had 40 cars, we would run the heat races, and if you didn't qualify for the feature through a heat, you'd run a B main.
Okay.
But we don't have to do that weekly.
Didn't have enough
often.
beat cars.
Not enough cars. When there was
Yeah.
only 25 of us, they started us all. You know, so I mean, I restarted on the tail. Was able to drive back up to 3rd, which was pretty solid. The car was good. Redrew the 4, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So 2nd row outside, and was feeling pretty good going into the feature. And took off and was running 2nd. I think I might have been gaining on the leader. I was just trying to maintain the distance. I don't know if the guy that won it races a lot, and he's raced a long time, and he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. So I don't know if I'd have been able to pass him even if I got to him.
Yeah.
And honestly, he was kind of like on cruise control. So if he had heard an engine or seen a nose, he'd have probably took off.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was happy running 2nd. A couple cautions came out, and then the handling just started going away. And it turns out I had a right rear tire that was going down. And then I started driving the car harder. Ended up going off the track, and when I went off the track, you know, there's no wall there, so it's just a bank, and that top of that bank is kind of pointed up.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went over that, it grabbed the nose of my car and folded it underneath it.
Ooh.
So it was like a ski. Luckily, all that happened right when a caution came out. So under caution, my right rear tire went completely flat. I mean, I could feel it. Another driver pulled up next to me and gave me, you know, this signal, which means you got a flat tire.
Yeah.
I gave him the thumbs up and just pulled off. You know, it sucks. There's only about 2 laps left. So we should have probably had at least a top 5 finish in our first night out.
That's not bad.
No, not bad at all. I would have been
comeback.
happy. Yeah.
Been a year.
Yeah, it's been a long time. You know, I only raced a dozen times last year with the motor incident.
Yeah. Did you race at the end of the season, maybe 1 or 2 races?
2 races.
Yeah,
Three.
okay.
3.
Okay.
The 3rd race, we got tore up real bad in the feature, and I just said we were done for the year.
Yeah, I don't want to wreck anything or hurt anything.
So, no, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a good year. I'm hoping that, you know, we can stay away from those little incidences like that. It's going to happen. It's racing. Like,
it is.
It's unfortunate. It's part of the sport. It sucks when you're on either side of it. You know, I don't feel good for doing what happened, but I just hope that
It wasn't like it was intentional.
no, it was not intentional. I mean, if I was out there to wreck people's shit, I'd go do demolition derbies.
Oh.
Probably be cheaper in the long run.
Yeah, just get a $500 car. Doesn't really matter what you got in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some derby guy out there somewhere having a stroke. Like, oh my god, it costs way more than that to derby. You know,
25,000.
calm down, bro. I'm trying to win like $500 here. But no, it was a good night. I had a lot of fun. We did spent the day all day repairing shit.
Yeah.
Chop, cut, rebuild in the garage. It looks good enough to go racing. I'll order some parts Monday, and we'll just go through everything throughout the week, do our normal weekly maintenance, and
Nice.
go fucking tear it up again Friday night and maybe Saturday. I don't know.
Are you
We'll see.
racing tomorrow night?
No. Nobody's racing tomorrow yet.
So when your season officially kicks off, like full swing, are you Friday, Saturday, or are you Friday, Sunday?
I think
Where can the fans find the
so.
69
Last year we were Friday
Okay.
at Davenport, Sunday at East Moline.
Okay.
This year racing Sundays, that track East Moline, I love that track.
Yeah.
It's a tiny little bull ring. It's elbows up. It's fast. It's a fun track to race on when it's good. The problem is it's Sunday night.
Yeah.
So Monday morning, I got to wake up, go wash the car, get everything unloaded, unhook the truck and trailer, put the truck away, put the car on jack stands because I'm particular. I don't like to leave my car on the ground because then all the springs sit compressed. I want to jack it up. And all that shit. And then it's noon, and then I got to pack and get on the fucking road so I can get somewhere for work. And, I did that the year before last and part of last year, and I don't really want to do that this year.
Yeah.
So I think we'll race Friday night at Davenport. We'll go to Maquoketa on Saturdays is the plan. My old man's going to race some at Maquoketa.
Oh, really?
Nights. Yeah, probably like 4 or 5 times.
Nice. That'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be good for him. And then we may sprinkle a Sunday in there every once in a while. It just depends on how we're feeling, how we're going.
Yeah.
How the pocketbook's doing.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm sure it's got to take a hit every week.
I have some really decent sponsors that help out. And so we have our sponsor pool of money right now that we're racing on. That's what we race on, right?
Yep.
So as long as we can keep that up and keep it full, we'll be okay.
And not wreck shit.
Not wreck shit. Last night was not a good night, not a good way to start. And I killed a bumper. I killed the whole nose, mini bumper. And it just sucks, but, that's the way it is.
Hey, it happens.
It's part of the sport.
It happens.
It's a shitty part of the sport. I've been on both ends of it, so.
Yeah, it happens to the best of them, I'm sure.
No, good week. Had
good, man.
Fabulous steak for dinner at the old man's. Hung out with them. And,
ribeye?
No, honestly, I don't know what kind of steak it was, but it was massive.
Probably round steak.
I think it was a round steak. It was really good.
Yeah.
But how was your week, man?
It was good. It's good. We had soccer. Monday night we got...
Did they win?
No, they're 0-3 for the season, which is horrible to say.
Oh, man, that's a bummer.
Yeah, because I think they were above 500 last year, and we had a chance to go to state. But we lost a lot of kids that were seniors that were, key players. Some of these younger kids just have to step up. But we got froze out, I guess, Monday night. We didn't play because Monticello didn't want to come up. It was supposed to be like 32 degrees at game time and windy. So they're like, we're going to cut it. Well, then it was like, hey, we're gonna do this again on Wednesday. We're going to replay it Wednesday. Well, then we couldn't get refs. And then we were like, oh, let's do it Thursday. Well, then we didn't have enough kids. And we had to play Friday already. So like, let's do Saturday at 11:30. Well, then we didn't have enough kids because some of our kids are dual sport and do track and soccer. Oh, yeah. And there was a track meet today. So there was like 5 of the key players, strikers at least, and wings and forwards that were not going to be there. So
I think a track coach. Maybe you could.
Well, he's on the girls' side. He's on the girls' side.
I know. I'm just kidding. Do these kids get a choice in which one they do? The ones that went to the track deal, did they prefer? Is that what they chose to do, or
no? They just
does
want
soccer take a second seat?
No. I think soccer's like the priority, unless there's a meet.
I got you.
Right. If there's a meet for track, they're going to that instead of practice. Which really a lot of the soccer practice is more conditioning, anyways. Mm-hmm. So if you're out there doing a relay or doing a sprint or a long run, you're getting your conditioning in during the track meet. So I think Gary is okay with that. And again, there's not too many of them, but there's a handful.
Yeah.
And
well, it's small school. You're going to run into that stuff. I went to a massive school, so you had soccer players and football players and track, and there were very few intermingling athletes that did dual sports. Yeah.
They just need to come together as a team. Right now, there's not a whole lot of leadership out there. There's captains on the team that, they're doing their jobs, but they're not holding everybody else accountable and pushing everybody else on the team, just kind of letting it slide. So, it happens. Parker played really good defense. Probably was the player of the game as far as D goes. He was the first game too, or the first match. And, he's really, really stepped his game up this year, which is awesome to see. And he's aggressive. Last year, he was a little timid going against seniors as a freshman. So now I think he realized, I'm getting stronger, bigger, faster, so I can play with these kids. And so, I'm impressed. And the coach texted us today and said, hey, we're so impressed with Parker's play this year. I was like, yeah, good man. Yeah. Good on you.
No, that's good because he's a sophomore?
Sophomore, yeah. So
yeah, that's good. He's got, how many games do they play?
16.
Oh, geez.
16 matches, I think. So, like, right now we're at 2 a week. And then next week's 2 a week, and then it goes 3 a week.
Gotcha.
And so I think we'll end up having 16 matches in by the time, like, sub-state hits.
Okay.
Or playoffs. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully the record gets to 8-8 because right now we're not doing too hot, man.
Yeah, you never know. They might hit their stride.
couple of lineup changes would help. I think moving one of the current forwards back to defense or midfield and then putting a different striker forward in would help. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. They're going to have a talk Monday before the game. We go out to Iowa City, Regina,
Oh.
play the Regals, which, Catholic school soccer, you're going to get your ass kicked by those guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just powerhouses. Like,
Oh, okay.
so I think Iowa City, Regina as like, you know how like Marquette's here in town, private school.
But they're in Iowa City.
But they're in Iowa City. So anybody that wants to, that's not going to play for Iowa City High or Iowa City West, like start, a lot of the times they'll go to Iowa City, Regina on a
Don't
scholarship.
you have to they got scholarships.
Well, it's Catholic school. They can give you shit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So these kids will go there, or they'll poach them. They'll recruit.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
in football they did that a lot too. So, yeah, it happens, man. But otherwise, it was, it was a good week. It didn't freeze my ass off last night sitting there watching soccer, so that was a good time.
Yeah, it's been beautiful the last 2-3 days.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I want to go eat that Lamont breakfast. We're gonna go to Dubuque, grab some groceries. I'm gonna come home, play 9 holes, and then try to finish watching the end of the Masters and see if Rory pulls it off or Bryson makes another push or if Scheffler fucking goes lights out tomorrow.
Tell you what, I put a couple bucks on Rory, and my cash out today was $15 of a possible 37. I heard he played his ass off today.
He did. He had a couple missteps, but we're all human.
Yeah.
If I could shoot 6 under on a day, I'd be happy.
Yeah. Me too. At that course, absolutely. I learned something about that at Augusta. The guy who holds the course record.
Yeah.
What's his name? Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just an average guy.
Jack Knox. He's just a club regular.
Yeah.
Like he belongs to the club.
But he's played there forever.
And anytime they have a pro that doesn't have a pair, they
put him in.
They'd put him in.
Yeah.
And one time he was playing, and he outdrove one of the pros he was playing with, and the pro looked at him and said, "Don't do that again."
Yeah.
Next tee box, he outdrove him again. And then there was a couple of pros he played with. One of the pros he played with wouldn't shake his hand because he beat him at the end of the round.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty badass, though, to be like, yeah, I'm not a pro, but they let me play because I'm so good.
Yeah, dude.
But I guess Tiger Woods would go talk to him and ask him how the course was playing and how the greens were.
That's just smart.
Going into that tournament, into the Masters.
If you're a guy that plays out there every day, who else would you want to talk to?
Yeah, no shit. Like, imagine being able to play there every day. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I just learned the other day that you can't even go see it because the wait list is so long for tickets.
Yeah, I've actually so there's a lottery every year for the Masters. And I've entered ever since I was 18 when you're eligible to and legal to. Never won the lottery.
Yeah, I'd be too scared to break rules.
I don't think it's that crazy. But, like, the lottery is weird because once you get a chosen spot and you were chosen for the lottery, they give you a link and they say, hey, tickets go on sale at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your spot in the queue. And if we have tickets left by the time we get to your spot, you can purchase them. Well, I believe the Masters allows you to purchase up to 8 tickets. I could be wrong. Could be 4 or 8 per day.
Oh.
If you get chosen in the lottery. So a lot of these people are taking Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right?
Taking however many tickets they can take every day.
Yeah, and there's only so much allotment. So by the time they get to the end, there might only be the practice days available for tickets.
Yeah, and it's illegal to scalp them, though.
Well,
if you get caught scalping your Masters tickets, you're not allowed to come back.
Yeah, so, I mean, it happens. I mean, StubHub right now, you're not scalping, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're outrageously priced, too.
But
so Taylor Swift did the same thing for her concerts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know all this. Not unfortunately, but, yeah, she does tickets are on sale for this show. Get in the queue, and if you get in when there's tickets available, you can buy them. If you don't, you don't. Sorry.
Yeah. But they're pretty cheap when you buy them if you get selected for the lottery. And if you're a volunteer down there, any volunteers get free tickets, 2 free tickets a day.
Oh.
I
wonder what the annual fee is to join that club.
So you can't join on your own. You have to be
probably
asked.
have to get asked, and you probably have to be able to golf so good. And
it's not even that. It's more about social status.
Right.
It's not even about being a good golfer.
It's
like Condoleezza Rice she was on the board for a while, and she was, it was just basically, social popularity, get them in. But I don't know what the membership fee would be or the initiation fee. I would assume it'd probably be like $1 million up front and probably like 10,000 a month.
It's probably outrageous.
Yeah. And if
I
you,
will say that fucking course is beautiful.
yeah, but if you do a Google view of that course and you pull out, that was a bad word.
I've never pulled out in my life.
If you if you zoom out on Google Earth, you see what's around Augusta. It's like the hood. It's
really?
the trenches. It's rundown, piece of shit housing, whole bunch of other stuff.
So I actually heard today from my father at dinner. So Augusta is trying to expand, so they're buying up property all around the golf course, and they got down to like one of the last houses they wanted to buy, one of the last chunks of property, and it belongs to a 92-year-old lady.
Yeah.
And her house is worth like, I don't know, like 90 to 100 grand or something like that.
Yep.
They offered her like $2.2 million, and
Didn't
she
take
said,
it.
"No, I don't need the money."
Crazy, isn't it?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, she's driving that property up. Anyone who wanted to be a member of Augusta, what I would do is I would buy that property from that lady or her kids or however, or I'd just have her write a contract saying, "Hey, when you pass away, I get to buy this from your kids for this." Buy it, and then
Gift it.
when Augusta comes, say, "Hey, I'll just give it to you.
But I want a lifetime membership.
I want to be in.
And
I want to be in, and I'm not paying anything."
And I want my kids to have it. I want generations to have it.
Yeah, I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be here. I want to be able to play golf
Yeah.
whenever I can.
I don't disagree with
Did you see the kid that called him and tried to?
I did.
The kid tried to call and book a tee time. He's like,
during-
"What? Is there something going on? Like during the Masters?"
week. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, can we play it like Thursday at like 8:00? And she's like, "You're funny." He's like, "Why is there something going on?" And they're watching the Masters in the background. It's fucking hilarious.
That was good. I did
That
see
lady
that.
was not putting up with any of their shit though.
She had that southern sweet accent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is Augusta, right? Yeah. Why? Is there something going on? Or?
Yeah, you got something going on over there? No, just the biggest tournament of the year.
Yeah, but one of my favorite things to do when I watch golf is have a couple cocktails.
Ooh.
Today,
Yeah.
we are not trying anything new. We actually reverted to one of the mainstream podcast favorites,
The
OG carbless seltzer. I like them. I drank 2 at lunch today. I didn't even know the bar down the road carried them, but they did, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I looked at the Twisted Tea Lights.
Yeah.
I'm a big Twisted Tea fan.
Yeah.
But there's 6 grams of sugar in a Twisted Tea Light.
Oh man,
and that's too much for the carnivore diet.
would have killed you.
So then the gal that actually owns the bar was working there today, and she's like, "What about a carbless?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah,
yeah, throw one on.
yeah." So I had a couple carblesses and a rack of ribs.
Boom.
Delicious.
Absolutely. And with that, we'll take our first sponsor break.
And with that, you can get your carbless at Van's Liquor on Cincinnati.
And here's some words from them.
Are you ready to make every moment unforgettable? Well, we've got the perfect pit stop for you. Van's Liquor. Need a rare bottle for that special occasion? Van's Liquor has it. Craving the finest beers for your weekend hangout? Van's Liquor has it. Just over the bridge at 470 Cincinnati Avenue, East Dubuque. Van's Liquor has everything you need to turn the ordinary into extraordinary. Don't settle for less. Choose the best at Van's Liquor, your celebration headquarters in East Dubuque.
Thank you, Van's Liquor, for your proud and honored support of the Mainstream Podcast.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate everything you do for us.
Yep. Go into Vans and
Tell them we sent you.
tell them we sent you. And if somebody's got a cheaper price, Jeff and his team will match it. So,
Hey, all you racers out there that race at Dubuque Motor Speedway. Anyway, anyone that races up there, Vans is right across the river. Hit them up on your way to the track. Get yourself a case of beer. Tell them Ryan from the Mainstream Podcast sent you.
hard R.
Yep, they'll probably look at you kind of goofy and be like, "What are you talking about?" But the ones who know, if you know, you know.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's jump into
Let's jump into
our next topic. Pretty wild thing happened today or this week in New York.
Yeah, I saw.
Which is crazy because my mom was just there, and her and my aunt were actually going to do this. Unfortunately, a family of 5 took a helicopter tour, and it didn't last too long.
Yeah, I heard about that. What did they end up saying happened in that whole deal?
I think there's a lot of speculation on it. I don't think they'll know for a little while because the thing sat in the river for how long, you know?
Yep.
Unfortunately, the entire family passed away.
Tragic.
It's a terrible accident. It was one of the little girls' birthdays. That's why they did what they did. 2 of the kids were in like super critical condition, taken to the hospital, did not make it. But it looked like the rotor kept going up and the rest of the helicopter came down.
So probably the rotor pin separated.
No, the rotor had part of from what I have seen and what I have read,
Mm-hmm.
it had a chunk of the gear case on it.
Ooh,
So I don't know if there was a huge malfunction. I mean, obviously there's a huge malfunction.
somewhere.
The fucking thing fell out of the sky upside down. But like the thing that messed with me, and I don't know, maybe I'm off for thinking about this, like what goes through your mind when that happens and you like, fuck,
Panic.
you can't do anything. You know,
Panic.
it's not going to be good. I mean, you're going to panic, but like, man, that's tough.
You know,
It's just a bad deal. I feel really bad for
I
that
didn't see the
family.
video. Did anybody have a video of it?
Oh, there's videos all over.
Okay.
Dude.
Did it take some time to crash?
I would say they were probably about 100 foot in the air.
Yeah, I'd have jumped.
When it started coming.
I'd have
Oh,
jumped.
there's no time, dude. They didn't free fall that long.
Yeah.
But like the rotor came off, the tail came off, and it flipped upside down and bam, right in the water.
Ah, it sucks.
Yeah. So real unfortunate. Our thoughts and prayers to the family members, attached to that. That's
Just
really
taking
sucks.
a vacation, wanted to see the skyline, huh?
For the family and for the pilot too.
Yeah. It's a bad deal.
That's a bummer. I'm kind of, I've always wanted to ride in a helicopter, but it makes you think twice with all the stuff that's going on right now.
Dude, I don't even want to get an airplane.
Like helicopters and airplanes. Like, dude, it's just, I don't know if like our quality control checks at these companies are not as good as they used to be,
I'm
or
gonna go ahead and guess so.
the FFA is relaxing on their regulations a little. Is it FFA?
No, that's Future Farmers of America.
FAA.
FAA.
Yeah, FAA. If the FAA is relaxing on the regulations a little or what, but it's
I think they're pretty strict.
it's pretty nerve-wracking.
Mhm.
I got a buddy who used to be an airplane mechanic, so I'm interested to talk to him about it.
See what his thoughts are on the whole thing. Yeah.
He told me he would not fly right now.
I don't.
I'm
plan
like,
on-
that's reassuring. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, I don't plan on it.
No, I like to drive. We
Yeah.
live in the Midwest. We're like, oh, it's only 6 hours away. We'll just drive. That's no problem.
Oh, it's 12 hours? Yeah, that's just a fucking overnighter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's fun to be like, oh, yeah, I had to go to the other side of Iowa. It's a 5-hour drive. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that gets you halfway across Texas. And people are
Yeah,
like, what?
dude, that's
I'm like,
nuts.
Texas is massive.
Isn't it like 12 across the longest stretch?
Yeah, I
wide?
think from tip to tip.
Panhandle.
No.
Oh, it's top to bottom. You're saying is
No,
the
no.
furthest.
Well, top to bottom would be the furthest. Top of
Okay.
the panhandle to the bottom of the
The
boot.
point.
I
The
don't know what
point.
you want to call it. The bottom of the point. That would be the longest.
Okay.
That's probably about 12.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you went from east to west, that's still a long way too.
See, I heard that was like 16.
It probably feels like it. Because I know when you get like past Central Texas and you're going west,
There ain't nothing.
oh, fuck, dude. It's tough.
There ain't nothing.
There's not shit.
Flat, deserty.
Well, it's not. It's a little hilly, but it's like, fucking tumbleweeds and brush and cactuses and fucking oil pumps.
Oh,
and-
dude. I tell you, we had that trip down to Hutchinson, Kansas, and that's on the other side of Wichita by like 90 minutes. And that was a long drive. And we drove it in the middle of the night. And
You ever drove all the way through Kansas, though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
We've always driven whenever it came to like, if we had the kids with us, like we drove to Oregon.
Yeah.
That was
Really?
that was 39 hours.
Whee!
And I drove 24 straight.
Whee! I wouldn't do that. How much smelling salts did you sniff?
I didn't. I should have. I never even thought about it. But we had all 3 kids. Jace was only like 5 months old.
Oh, no.
And Candace and I worked all day. We both worked from home at the time. And we had the minivan loaded up, ready to go. And we're like, we'll do it overnight because it'll be better for the kids to fall asleep in the car and not wake up till the next morning. And when Chase is a baby, he was going to wake up anyway. So
Right.
Candace just sitting back and I drove and I got all the way to Boise, Idaho. Yeah, got all the way. I was actually past Boise and then I couldn't make it. It was 7 o'clock or something like that. So I drove from 6 p.m. Iowa time, Central Standard, to 7 p.m. the following night, Mountain time. Because I think Boise is still Mountain. It's not West Coast yet. Maybe.
It's still mountain time because
Yep.
you're on the east side of the Rockies still, aren't you?
Yeah. Yep. So that was like 24 hours straight through. And then I fucking crashed. I told Candace, I said, find a hotel, we're stopping. And we didn't book anything because we didn't know how far we were going to get. We didn't want to have a planned stop. Like if I was feeling good, I'm like, we're driving.
Yeah.
And then we woke up the next day and realized we still had 11 hours left.
That's rough.
Yeah. So we've done that. Fuck, we've driven to Vegas. We've driven.
Vegas is far, but that's a drive I would like to do. They do a big race in November.
It's fun, but you got to watch out for going through Cheyenne. You know, high wind warning, 70-mile-an-hour blizzards just come up on you.
Cheyenne?
Yeah, we
So
went
you go
through
over and then down?
Well, we were driving. Yeah, I mean, we left from Des Moines. Candace's brother and his wife met us out there, and we drove from Altoona, and we went 80 all the way out, and then dropped down. And it was a pretty cool drive, but at 3 o'clock in the morning when you hit a blizzard and there's nothing around, you just are fucking white knuckling the steering wheel, hoping you don't go in the ditch or hit a fucking elk or something like
It's
that.
not the only thing you white knuckle.
So yeah, don't mind to drive.
I got stuck in a really bad blizzard on Interstate 80 coming across Nebraska. Went skiing with my dad for Christmas in Colorado, and we were driving back, and it was like whiteout conditions.
Yeah.
And as we were going, the gates for the interstate were being closed behind us.
Yep.
And I was okay. I was doing fine. It was just slow going. And a Subaru passed me with like 4 kids in it.
Bzz.
And I'm like, well, watch this. And then like 4 miles down the road, that Subaru was about 30 yards into the ditch off to the right.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, facing the highway. And I got all squirrely once. And then I was like, we got to Kearney. And I was like, fuck it. I'm getting a hotel.
Stop it there.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Fucking every hotel was packed. The pool was packed. But Red Lobster was good.
There you go.
It was the only restaurant we could find with a table.
Oh, there's always a silver lining.
Yeah, I mean, it made my trip fun. I don't know. There's not much to Kearney, tornado capital of the world, I think.
No, I think that's Kansas, brother.
Actually, Texas has more tornadoes than any other state in the country.
I thought Iowa beat us.
No,
Beat you guys
you can
one year.
fact check that.
Okay.
The amount of tornadoes is higher, but the damage is less because there's a lot of Texas where there's nothing.
Okay. There is a lot of nothing out there.
Yeah. I can make it from here to Texas in like 12 hours if I had to. What are you doing over there?
I'm pulling up our top 5 list. We're gonna go through and
All right.
and see if we can get you
Let's jump into.
figure it out
Or
here.
what's he say? Let's transition. Let's get into this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Regular Mike, we miss you and your segues. But yeah, Josh is pulling up a top 5 list. If you haven't seen this yet before, he's gonna tell me what it is, and I'm gonna try to guess them without getting 3 strikes. It's a lot easier to do when you have more help.
Yeah. This is gonna be a deuce.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Dick. What is it?
All right. So top 5 more interesting top 5 animals with more interesting sex lives than you. Think of an animal.
This is a list.
This is a list from listverse.com.
Okay.
The top 5 most interesting sex lives that's more interesting than yours.
There's a lot. That's a big fucking list, Josh.
It is.
My sex life is not that interesting.
Well, just kind of think of some animals that would be out
Old
there.
Rosie Palms gets, wearing her out.
And it doesn't need to
Ladies.
be specific. Hey, it doesn't need to be specific. Like if it's a monkey, you can just say monkey. It doesn't need to be like the capuchin or the spider monkey. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be that very intricate.
I'm going to say my first guess is going to be a praying mantis.
Would be incorrect.
Oh, because they get eaten afterwards.
I will give you a couple of hints here because this is going to be very hard.
Yeah, this is tough.
One of them is one of the tallest animals.
The giraffe?
Yep. Female giraffes urinate in their partner's mouths to entice them for sex.
All right.
They carry out a urine test to see who
I'm going to say no because your pH balance is a little off, baby.
Yeah, so it's one of the strangest mating styles in the animal kingdom. It says long-necked mammals carry out a urine test to see who takes their fancy. A male bull nudges a female cow and sniffs her crotch. This is the signal for her to pee in his mouth so he can check if she's fertile. The male then bares his teeth and curls his lips back and inhales something known as the Femen response. All right, so that's one.
Oh, Jesus.
Another one is going to be,
That's fucked up, dude.
another hint you could have is going to be, I don't know. Kind of said it earlier.
A monkey?
Yeah. Monkey. And this is just, again, not specific for you, but it says monkeys in Bali use stones as sex toys. Long-tailed macaques in Indonesia have found a new use for stone tools, masturbation.
Oh, wow.
Horny primates at the Sacred Monkey Sanctuary in Bali are tapping and rubbing stones on their genitals for pleasure. In a study of over 175 macaques, researchers saw stone sex toys used by monkeys across the board. Male and female alike, young and old, all found joy in self-pleasure.
You know what? Maybe we did evolve. Like fucking.
Can you imagine smashing
Maybe.
your cock and balls to get off?
Maybe we did evolve.
Oh my
I don't know.
God.
There's guys that are still into that shit, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure there's porn stars out there that have said they've been paid lots of money to kick dudes in the nuts before.
I've heard that. I've
Yeah.
heard
No, thank you.
that. This animal lives in a cold environment.
It's either polar bear or penguin.
Okay, so the penguin. I feel like I'm giving you all the answers.
You are.
So-
I know the guy sits on the eggs.
Yep. So when this was viewed in 1910, Captain Scott's intrepid team arrived at the South Pole in 1910. One
Captain
member
Scott.
was taken aback by what he discovered. He took notes of the graphic sex lives of the Adelie penguins, which described them as depraved. The biologist was so shocked that he felt the need to write in Greek. And it basically stated that they describe hooligan males mating with live and dead females,
Oh.
and sexual coercion and abuse take part in their same-sex acts, where one penguin will screw the other one and 4 others will gang up and beat the other one up.
That's assault, brother. Jesus.
Uh,
Penguins are awful animals.
evil.
Or that guy was just on something.
The other animals, the other top 2 are going to be local. We have them around here.
Okay.
Multiple varieties.
Are these all mammals?
No, not all of them are mammals.
Is there any sort of fish on there?
There is. Yep.
Like not like a seahorse.
Cichlids.
What the fuck is a cichlid?
A cichlid is like a. I mean, they're fish that you can put into a fish tank, and they pretty cool colors.
I
And
think you
shit.
could put any fish in a fish tank.
I know, but they're pretty cool colors. Like it's
Hello, fishy.
a cichlid is one of those fishes you're gonna find at like PetSmart or any of the pet stores that are out there. It's not gonna be like, hey, catfish, hey, pike, hey, northern, whatever it may be.
Okay.
So it says female fish need to be careful when choosing a mate of the cichlid family. If they mistakenly breed with a male outside of their breed, they could be inadvertently creating a brand new species. Sometimes if the female cannot see clearly or if the male's coloring catches her eye, she might stray from her usual type. Their offspring inherit a hodgepodge of genes from both parents, which can lead to a new species. Scientists believe this happened around 1 million years ago in Lake Meru, where a large freshwater pool in East Africa. Cichlids mated with each other, creating hybrid offspring and spawning the evolution of 40 new species with other fish. That's kind of how the cichlid was made, but they said what the crazy thing is that cichlids will mate and prefer to mate with other species of fish instead of themselves.
So they're always making new.
So that'd be like a giraffe going and fucking a lion.
I know a few girls like that.
Right? Yeah. So they mate outside of their species, which is not, think about it. Think about that, though. That's like us as a species mating with another species. We call it, what do we call it?
Bestiality?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm upset that I know that.
So that's one thing about the cichlids.
You never been to Mexico?
You boys been to Mexico? Oh, that's funny.
Next time you go to Mexico, Josh,
Yep.
you just look at your cab driver and say, "Take me to the nearest donkey show."
Yep. This one you might not get, but it's still going to be up in this area. You guess
A raccoon,
part of that family. Think of a smaller scale,
possum,
a little bit smaller.
a groundhog,
No,
A
you
beaver?
You were on the right thing with a tail and a pointy nose.
skunk,
No, skinny tail, not fur.
prairie dog.
No, we're gonna call it the common rat or mouse family. So
Oh,
rodent,
that's freaking lame.
right? But listen, so this is actually referring to the Australian marsupials. Animals down under like to live fast and die young. Tiny marsupials like the attentuous hold and intense mating season that features marathon sessions lasting as long as 14 hours.
Wow.
The creatures are fired up, the male's testes are enormous, and they want to have as much sex as their bodies can handle. If the surge of hormones kills the male after 1 to 3 weeks, stress and excitement levels can become so high their tiny bodies shut themselves down. The females are left in a state of exhaustion, desperate to refuel in the cold of winter with little food around. These females will then feast on the carcasses of the males. Researchers say it's an easy source of nourishment for marsupials who need a boost after their long sex sessions. So basically, if the male fucks too long, he can die. The female won't, and once she's worn out, she will eat the male for refueling. That's fucking weird, huh?
It's like a praying mantis.
So, more sex life interesting than you. Top 5.
I wouldn't call it more interesting.
Yeah, that's a different one.
Definitely weirder.
Yeah, it's like little BDSM, whatever they call that.
I don't know. That's wild. But, I mean, I hope the ladies listen to that because men will literally die if you don't have sex with them. So when you say, I can't find any good men, they probably already died.
They probably already died because you didn't fuck them.
Oh, no. We're going to get shut down.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
The Mainstream Podcast is an equal opportunity employer.
Oh, fuck.
No. That was an okay list.
Yeah, it was a little different.
A little more in my wheelhouse, but...
Well, I wanted to, not be in your wheelhouse.
You just wanted to talk about
sex.
Animals fucking because you're into
bestiality.
Animal porn.
No. I didn't really know what that word was until you mentioned that. Bestiality.
Did you hear about that farmer in Wisconsin that got in trouble?
Recently?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It was, yeah. You should, I mean, fuck, I seen it on Instagram and Facebook and a couple other places. But, yeah, they found it was a big pig farmer somewhere up outside of Madison, I think.
Oh, boy.
And he got caught by his wife, and he was fucking his pigs.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and actually, I found some details out. So he would take a saddle, all right? He'd get dressed up, and he'd take a saddle. And then he'd get in this saddle, and he would put his foot in those...
stirrups.
You sure know a lot about fucking pigs, don't you?
You fucker. You asshole. Oh, you got me. You got me good. You got me good. Oh, that was a good one. Kyle, whatever dad joke you had, you'll never top that.
No, you'll never top that. Clip that shit right there.
Clip it, Mike.
The headline, Pig Fuckers in Wisconsin and one in Iowa.
Farmer fucks pig in Wisconsin. Oh, my God. That's hilarious. I'm going to use that. That's a good one. Where'd you get that one at?
So actually... but my
don't
best...
tell me it's a real story.
No, fuck no. So my best friend Will, growing up in high school and stuff, still lives down in Texas. I was actually back in town for my little sister's graduation and got together with all the guys I ran around with down there. And our buddy Kerry Hoff started telling this story. And my buddy Will was the one that yelled at stirrups. And so Kerry said, you sure know a lot about fucking pigs, don't you? And Will goes, I told you that joke earlier today. So we call Will Stirrups.
Stirrups.
And
he's
got a little pig and a heart emoji next to his name in my phone.
Oh, you know what you should do? Is he in any fantasy football leagues?
I doubt it.
You should probably get him into one, and then what you do is the punishment for last place, and this is one that I've always wanted to do in our league. If you take dead last, the winner, the champion of that, gets to choose the tattoo for the person who took dead last, and they get to pick the tattoo. You get to pick the spot, but I get to pick the tattoo.
Yeah, see, that's permanent. And I don't think there should be permanent repercussions for sucking at fantasy football. We take it from the guy who finishes last every year in our league. I'm all for having some sort of exciting punishment and us filming it and creating content with it.
Yeah.
I love where You have to go to fucking IHOP for 24 hours, and every pancake you eat reduces an hour off your time. So if you can eat 24-hour pancakes at IHOP, you can get out of there. Or you go to a bar for 24 hours, and every shot you do takes an hour of your time off.
That'd be a good one.
Like, well, you can't find a bar that's open 24 hours, but you open to close, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, there's some good punishments out there that I think would be fun.
I think we need to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could eat 24 pancakes.
I don't know if I could. One and I'm done.
I'd probably be sicker than fuck.
Oh, dude. Can you imagine? That's a carb load and a half.
On my cheat day, I got it. Speaking of like fantasy shit, I did win our pool for the NCAA brackets.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, 94%.
Good for you, man.
So yeah, I won $80.
Good for you.
Everybody's paid me except one.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
I'm not in this pool, am I?
No.
Okay.
No.
This is a family pool.
No, it's some buddies.
Okay.
Racing buddies and shit like that. So
all right.
I'm trying to get a couple of them to come up here and be on the podcast. Should have had one come up tonight.
Do we need to find this gentleman with a ball peen hammer and fucking tap a kneecap?
Oh, no.
He's a good guy?
Yeah,
okay.
He's a good guy. The other degenerates already paid me.
Wait, did you pay us?
Yeah. I've Venmo'd everybody their money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Might have took me a couple years, but I paid. My favorite thing to do in fantasy football was lose miserably and then not pay. I did it for like 3 years.
Oh, yeah, I did give you shit. I forgot about that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. And then Kyle was like, "Where's my money?" And I'm like, "God damn it, Josh. You fucker."
I'm like a Jew. It just happens.
Yeah.
I'll chase you down.
It's the curly hair.
It is.
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway.
Dead curly hair and the large nose.
Oh, fucking love it.
The yarmulke sitting on your workbench over there.
Yeah.
Not yarmulke. Candelabra. What's the fucking candle thing they have?
Menorah? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a dreidel out there.
L'chaim.
Speaking of L'chaim,
what language is that?
Hebrew.
Okay.
Yeah. When you just mentioned that L'chaim, I was watching a movie the other day. It'd been a while. Wedding Crashers.
Oh, it's
what
a great movie.
Great fucking movie.
Great movie.
How they come in and they just imitate whatever family or culture it is. The funniest one was when they were at the Indian one, like not Indian, not feather Indian.
Oh, yeah.
And they walked in, they're like, "Oh, Vijay Singh," like something else. I'm like, there's no.
They go to the Jewish one and they got they put on their yarmulkes and they're holding the chair up.
Yeah.
So they're on the that came out when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So we went to a wedding. Me and 4 buddies, and we printed the Wedding Crasher rules out and had them all in our pockets. We were too young we weren't actually crashing. We got invited, but man, what a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
I find you fucking crazy.
I had to show Candace that the other night. She forgot the clip where
she just showed me her boobs. She did? Where is she? She's still around? Are they nice? Did you touch them? Did you motorboat them? You motorboating son of a bitch. You motorboat them. Where is she? She's still around?
Were they built for speed? Built for comfort?
Built for speed? Built for comfort.
You old sailor.
You sandbagging son of a bitch.
I've been up in the bathroom getting my knee worked on and getting jacked off all day.
I just got jacked off in front of the whole family. You want to tell me about your troubles right now? There are no troubles right now. I'm in the trenches taking shots for you while you go play hanky-panky with this girl. Look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat some breakfast. I'm going to carbo load. I'm going to relax. We're not going to talk to each other today. Dude, Vince Vaughn was great in that movie. That was like his first role where he did that I'm going to talk really fast all the time.
Yeah.
And every role after that was kind of the same thing.
It was. But, I think one of my favorite scenes was him sitting down with the preacher and drinking just
on the breakfast.
Take it. And he fucking
here. You want some? I'll take some. You want some? I'll take some.
And it's like a full glass of scotch. He's like, grab it, and pour to the rim. And they sat there and they fucking drank the whole bottle. And then he went in for a kiss. Yeah. And then 5 minutes.
Father, thank you for talking with me. I really appreciate what you did.
Yeah. And then 5 minutes later, somebody comes outside screaming.
It's a little old lady.
Yeah.
Comes outside with a shotgun. They're imposters. And he's like, I told you that in confidence, Pastor. That was a confession. It's such a great movie.
Oh, when Bradley fucking Cooper sacks Vince Vaughn back
Crab
there.
cakes and football. That's what Maryland does best.
Well,
your brother's down again. He is.
Well, when she took him, was it Elisa Fisher or something like that, whatever her name. She's married to Sacha Baron Cohen. Borat. She's in there.
Who is? The little redhead?
Yeah, the little redhead. That's Sacha Baron Cohen's wife.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
Really?
yeah, she takes him back into the bathroom, and he's got his pants down, and she's fucking fixing the cut on his knee.
Whack.
Yeah, she fucking hits it. She's like stage 5 clinger.
Yes.
You know?
For sure.
She's like, don't leave,
for sure.
because I'd find you.
I find you. And then the brother, I'll be in my room painting homo things.
Fucking Olsen does that shit when we're on Call of Duty. You can find me in the lobby painting.
You can't have the
things.
you can't have the painting back, Todd. The painting was a gift. I'm taking the painting with me.
Dave always says that shit all the time.
It's such a good movie. I'm
It
glad
is.
to see you getting out of your, culturing yourself, watching some good movies for once.
Fuck off.
Can I make a list for you? Like 50 movies that are must watches that you probably haven't seen.
Yeah, just name off 5 right now, other than the ones we always normally talk about.
5 movies that I think you need to watch
And
that
stay
you
away
haven't
from
seen.
Star Wars.
Oh, but Star Wars should be.
I know,
on
but
there.
we've talked about it. I've never watched
All
any
right.
of them, so you can't put that in the list.
You ever seen Vision Quest?
Yes, the wrestling movie. Great
Okay,
one.
Good. Smoking the Bandit?
Love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go more modern for you. You've never seen Step Brothers?
Nope.
That needs to be on there. Talladega Nights?
Yeah. Love it.
Days of Thunder?
Love it.
Top Gun?
Love it.
1 and 2?
Anything with Tom Cruise, I'm a fan of.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good,
Yep.
good. Twister?
Yep.
The original?
Yep.
Okay.
Seen the second too. First best.
You ever seen The Magnificent Seven? Do you like Westerns?
No.
Oh. Open Range is a really good one. That's better than Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
Open Range is really good. Let me see. For the Love of the Game?
Yeah. Is that Kevin Costner?
Baseball movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me you've seen Kingpin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zombieland?
Yeah.
Okay. You might not be as bad off as I thought.
Yeah.
I'd have to sit down and think about this. Put
Yeah.
me on the spot like that.
I
It's
know.
not.
I know.
One, Boondock Saints is going to be at the top because you have to just. I don't know what your
I've-
problem with is. but-
I've watched a
How about
lot
Hot
of
Fuzz?
movies.
Have you seen Hot Fuzz?
Never seen it. Never.
Oh, it's drawn out and long,
Yeah.
but the last 45 minutes of that movie make up for the whole thing. It's fantastic. You ever seen Shaun of the Dead?
No.
Same guys as Hot Fuzz. Got to see that. You've seen Super Troopers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've
yeah.
seen
Broken
all
Li-
those guys.
Broken Lizard, I like their stuff.
Yeah, okay. You've seen all their stuff. But like Evolution?
Who's in that? Jack Black?
No. Evolution is
That's first year.
Owen Wilson, not Owen Wilson, his brother, Luke Wilson, and I don't know what the black guy's name is, and Sean William Scott is in it. I think that's his name. I might have just said his name wrong. I don't know these people's fucking names.
No, I've never seen it.
It's so good.
Looking at the cast right now. David Duchovny.
Yeah.
Nope, never seen it.
And then
Orlando Jones was that black guy.
Yep. And then just start out with those 4.
Yeah.
Those are good. Lord of the Rings?
Never seen any of them.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
We need to do a mainstream movie night. We'll watch all the Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. That
We
sounds kind of gay, but
Kinda
I like it.
So,
It's
like,
nerdy as hell.
If you look at like the IMDb's top 100 movies of all time, I've seen.
Just go through the top 10.
Okay, so top 10, The Shawshank Redemption. Seen it, love it.
Great movie.
Godfather, seen it, love it. Dark Knight, yes. 12 Angry Men, seen it. Schindler's List, yes.
I never saw that one.
Godfather Part 2. Lord of
Okay.
the Rings, I haven't seen.
Fantastic movie.
Pulp Fiction, wasn't a fan, but seen it.
You didn't like Pulp Fiction?
No.
What?
No. And I think that's if you say that I don't like Pulp Fiction, now you understand why I don't like Boondock Saints. Because
They're not even close.
But it's kind of got that comedy with like action and like just it's stupid shit.
No, they're not even close to being the same.
I feel like they are. Inception, yes. Fight Club, yes. Forrest
Do
Gump.
you not like Pulp Fiction's Tarantino, right?
Yeah, I don't like Quentin Tarantino movies.
What?
You
didn't like Kill Bill?
For me, no. For me, he's a horrible director.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, yes. Lord of the Rings, 12th Fail, I've not seen. Interstellar, yes. Matrix, Goodfellas, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Still haven't seen Star Wars movies. 7, Silence of the Lambs. Haven't seen Spirited Away, Green Mile, Terminators. There's a lot of the Star Wars on here.
Oh, yeah, there's fucking 9 of them.
But yeah, I mean, there's probably, out of the top 100, there's probably 15 to 20 I've never seen.
Yeah.
But, again.
The Replacements? You've seen The Replacements, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. with Gene Hackman and Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Speed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speed 1, Speed 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of good stuff. I've seen a lot of weird shit too.
Well, I'm sure. Dude, you want to watch a weird movie that'll make you like, ooh. It's called VHS.
Yeah, seen it.
Have you seen all 3 of them?
No.
Oh, there's 3 of them. There's a VHS 2 and a VHS 3. The first one was fucking weird as hell, dude. That shit freaked me out, but I couldn't stop watching it. I watched it like 4 or 5 times in a month.
Yeah, I've seen the first one. I didn't know there was a second and a third.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not a horror movie fan.
No, me either. I
Yeah.
don't watch them.
No.
You heard it here first. I don't like horror movies. Why would I spend 2 hours watching something that's going to scare me?
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. When it comes
several girls I've dated have been like, can we watch a scary movie? I'm like, yeah, you can watch it. I'm
you
not.
can watch it. Here's my thing. My mind plays tricks on me, so when I watch shit like that, I'll go to sleep that night and have dreams. Like Blair Witch Project in high school. Didn't know it was not real. Didn't know it was a fucking movie. And we went and watched it. It was October when it came out. It was around Halloween.
Uh-huh.
And I had to work the next morning at 6 o'clock. Again, still in high school.
Uh-huh.
And Jeff Anderson and I went out to the movie, got home at like 11:30 that night. Fucking just petrified. All of a sudden, like, it got windy outside, and then all the trees were fucking clacking together. All the branches were hitting, and it's like, that's what you heard in the movie before somebody would go missing and shit.
Yeah.
And I literally turned all the lights on in my bedroom, turned all the lights on upstairs in the upstairs of our house. Didn't go to sleep, and went to work the next day, fucking dead ass tired.
So I, when I was very little, I mean, I wasn't even 10 yet.
Yeah.
Went to the movie theater with my uncles. The rest of our family went to another movie. Me and my uncles went and saw Volcano. Have you seen Volcano?
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones. That movie terrified me.
Volcano did?
I could not watch it.
How
I
old
had
were
to
you?
leave the theater. I was not even 10 yet.
Oh, okay.
Terrified me. Like, the movie theater people gave me like Reese's peanut butter cups and told me to sit here until my parents came out. We went in their movie, couldn't find them. So I sat there for the 2.5 hours waiting for them to come out.
Yeah.
Terrified me. Then later that same year, we go see Twister. The first one.
So you just don't like natural disasters.
Terrified. When I was little, I didn't. Terrified me. Anytime it was windy or stormy for like
You just
a
thought
long time, I would turn the weather channel on and go to the basement.
And you thought, well, you were in Texas though, weren't you, at that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
But still terrified.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, older, I have learned to appreciate those movies because I like them.
Yeah. They're
But
good.
yeah, I was absolutely terrified of like anytime it got real windy, I'd be like, oh, there's gonna be a tornado. Let's go to the basement.
I think for me,
Now I'm like, the tornado sirens are going off. Let's go outside.
Yeah.
Get your lawn chair.
I think for me, movies that I absolutely hate are ghost movies. Anything paranormal, I don't do well with.
Yeah, I can't.
My thing is like, I don't care if it's like Leatherface or if it's fucking Jason, Michael, whatever, those
Those are like classics.
yeah,
Like
but
we grew up with those.
But those don't bother me because it's like, if I can fight it, kill it, shoot it, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Like that paranormal shit,
The
And,
Paranormal Activity,
I couldn't watch them.
I saw it in theaters and I was like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah.
About halfway through.
The movie that really did it for me was Aliens. Like not Aliens the movie, but like Aliens in parts of movies.
You
Have
don't like Alien?
No. Have you ever seen the movie The Fourth Kind with Mila Jovovich?
No.
Okay. Watch
Oh,
it.
that's where she's in like Alaska or something.
Nome,
right?
Alaska, and she's like a therapist or psychiatrist.
I've seen parts of it.
Dude, I still to this day, I started watching that when it came out, and Candace and I had just started dating. It was probably 2004, 2005.
Mm-hmm.
I've still yet not finished the movie.
Really?
Can't do it.
Hmm.
And I think what really sold it for me is it was kind of like that Blair Witch movie where it was like, it was fake, it was a movie, but you didn't know. You couldn't discern reality from like fiction.
Right.
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 And what really sold it for me and why like it got me when I was watching it was that they would have a cut scene where they would have the scene that they were filming and they would cut to the supposed real story of what had happened.
Mhm.
And so like you saw Mila Jovovich interviewing or doing her session on her person. And then you saw the real person that Mila Jovovich was impersonating in the movie
Mhm.
doing this with her real patient.
Yeah.
And it was like a cut split scene, and it was like happening at the same time. And you're like, oh, fuck, this one's real. We know this is a movie, but this did happen. And like, holy shit. But then we realized, like, after I did a lot of research on the movie, I was like, none of that really happened. But they,
Yeah, it's
they
just a
made me,
tactic to
but they
make ya-
made me fucking believe it. And it's still
So-
like deep seated in my brain that it happened.
One of the, like, aliens don't bother me. That shit doesn't really bother me. What really bothers me is like the paranormal stuff, right?
Mhm.
Like, especially like the like when you get into like the demons and exorcism and shit like that.
Shit's real, dude.
I don't like it because here's my opinion of it. If you open your mind to that kind of stuff,
Lets it come in.
you're allowing it into your mind,
Yeah.
right? And I believe in demons and angels and all that shit.
Yeah.
So if I watch somebody be possessed, I'm like, holy shit, you can get possessed.
Yeah.
I've just opened myself up to possibly be possessed.
Yep.
Do I think I'll be possessed? No, I don't. I think my faith is into okay of standing. But like one thing that will really fuck with you if you want to go down this rabbit hole,
All right.
this would be a good one for Steinus. Start looking up like into like the Vatican tapes and archives and files that you can find.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's real exorcisms.
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. I've seen
Some they've made movies like based off of real life exorcisms.
The
and shit
Exorcism
like
of
that.
Emily Rose is a true story.
Yeah, I never saw it.
It's horrible.
That's not the one where she's like in college.
No.
There's this scene is like ingrained in my head. Okay, and I hate it. There's one where this like chick's in college and she gets possessed.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend stays with her in her dorm room, and he wakes up and she's like all curled up but stiff on the floor, like staring at him like real weird. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And has to get out of there.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the movie's called. And then I don't know. I just don't like that shit. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies thinking about it.
I know. Same here.
Yeah, not a fan.
There was
You can call me pussy. You can call me whatever you want. I don't like scary movies.
So here's what's really funny and how influential movies can be and like control me. So when I was in high school, I could never fall asleep without white noise of some sort. So I'd always leave my TV on all night, or I'd leave my radio on, right?
On a station or just
Yeah,
on the
just on a station.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd always leave it on a station because I needed to have just something, and I would turn the volume down to like 1 or 2. Same thing with the stereo if I didn't have the TV on. I just needed a light in the room so I could see, right? That was my biggest thing. I wanted to see what was going on if I woke up in the middle of the night.
Right.
And then Michael Keaton came out with a fucking movie called White Noise, and it was how ghosts traveled through the electrical grid through white noise. And every time a TV would pop on the static channel, the fucking ghost would pop out and like take you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck, I can't even sleep.
What is it? Close Encounters, where they're talking through the white noise? Am I right there? I might be wrong.
I don't know about that one. Yeah,
that's an old alien one.
Yeah, I couldn't call it on that, but yeah, white noise really fucked it for me. And then when I first met Candace, the first night I stayed over with her, she actually lived at her aunt and uncle's house in Prairie City. And it was an enclosed basement, didn't have an egress window, anything. And she's like, okay, time to go to bed. And like, we shut the TV off and she shut the lights off. It was pitch black. I fucking had a panic attack. I was like, she shut it off. You can ask her, like, truth. Like I freaked the fuck out. And she goes, what? I'm like, I cannot sleep in the dark. Like, it is not possible for me to do that.
See,
And still to this day, I can't.
I was the opposite. So in high school, I had to have pitch black to sleep.
Okay.
So I mean, like, dark enough outside my window didn't matter, but I would put music on my radio, and then I had a manila folder, and I put a weight on the top of it, and then I duct taped over half the manila folder, and it would hang over the front of the radio, so not even the radio lights would shine.
Okay.
Like, I needed it pitch black to sleep.
Really?
Yeah. I hate falling asleep with the TV or something on, and you wake up at like 3 a.m.
It's
It's
still
like
on.
an infomercial for condoms or something like that. Like,
Yeah. You know what? I really
the shake weight.
But
Or it's fucking oh, what's that guy's name? The Roundhouse guy.
Billy Blanks.
No, the guy who always did the roundhouses in it. Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck
Yeah.
Norris selling you whatever fucking workout machine.
The
he's got.
ab rocker.
The ab rocker.
No,
the ab
It
lounge.
was a total gym.
Total gym.
What I really enjoyed about it was like I would wake up, I grew up in the 80s and 90s. So when I watched TV, those infomercials at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning were like, order your best of the 90s hits, and here's the top 10. And they'd go through. It's like,
all the
it's
the
all
albums
all
and
the
shit.
all the good hits, and
Yeah.
like you could go to sleep with
And
that.
then if you had MTV on after like 1 a.m, it was make sure you buy your Girls Gone Wild DVD, you
Yeah.
know, and Snoop Dogg and all the clips. Like,
But that paranormal
Fuck,
shit, dude,
dude.
that gets me. Like,
yeah, no.
and
no,
I
thank
think
you.
where it gets me is from like childhood. We had a ghost in our house when I grew up.
No, you. Yeah, okay.
1,000%. And there's like, it wasn't just one scenario. It was many, many scenarios over the whole course of my childhood up until I left the house. And I was happy when I left the house. But when I was like,
How do you know it didn't follow you here?
so we'll get into that. So when I was 11 or I think it was 12 at Christmas, when I was 12, I got my first TV.
Yeah.
And I put it in my room. And like I said, I always like to have it on so I could see.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up one night, and you know how your mind plays tricks on you, you know,
Yeah.
when you're just groggy and stuff like that. There was a shadow at the end of my bed.
Uh-huh.
And normally I would just like, I'd fall back asleep and not worry about it. And so the first night it happened, no big deal. Second night it happened, no big deal. But every night it kept getting closer to me from the bottom of the bed. It would make it like it felt safer. Like, hey, I can approach this person.
Uh-huh.
And finally, by like the end of the week, this fucker was right next to me.
Oh, nice.
And it was a boy, a little kid.
Huh.
And you couldn't see a face, couldn't see eyes. You just had like the outlined figure of it.
Mm-hmm.
You could see through it. And he wouldn't talk. He wouldn't say shit. But he was very friendly. He wasn't mean.
Uh-huh.
But there was one night that my brother and I had to stay home alone. My mom and dad were up at the bar. They had a Christmas party for her, the lumberyard that she ran.
Uh-huh.
And so they were up there drinking. They ordered us Casey's Pizza. John and I were down in the kitchen watching TV, eating pizza. And all of a sudden, lights started flipping on in our house, like in the hallway, and then our family room, and then the dining room. So we were going around the house like, what the fuck is going on? Like, should we call mom and dad?
Mm-hmm.
And we'd shut the lights off and go back, and it wouldn't happen right away. And then all of a sudden, they'd all flip on again. And so we called up to the bar, and they're like, it's probably the breaker. It's just popping on and off. And I'm like,
Yeah, usually when they pop off, they don't pop back on.
yeah. I'm like, no, probably not. I'm like, you're drunk, Dad. I'm like, you guys probably get home. And, you know, this is like middle of January when they had their Christmas party. So it's cold as fuck outside.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad's friend was a outdoor painter, kind of like, his name is Larry Anderson. He did a lot of outdoor, like scenes, bears, mountain goats, deer, shit like that. Kind of like that Terry Redling.
Like Bob Ross.
Yeah. So
Happy Little Accidents.
So we had like, my parents had like a whole series of his paintings lining our hallway up to the family room, into their bedroom, and then our family room had all over. And so my brother and I, as these lights would flip on, would keep shutting them off. And it happened for like fucking hour. And then all of a sudden, we went down the hallway, and the light flipped off when we were in it.
Oh.
Before we could get to the light. And then it started flashing. Like it was going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Well, then all the paintings on the wall started shaking. I'm like, fuck, are we having an earthquake? And then all of a sudden the paintings started jumping off the wall and like falling on the ground.
Oh, nice.
They weren't like falling on us. They were just falling on the ground.
Uh-huh.
So my brother and I, scared shitless, we both grabbed butcher knives and got under our dining room table. And I looked at John and I'm like, all right, back in the day of the corded phones, you know, that cord stretches out and gets down to the ground. So I'm like, John, reach out there and grab the fucking cord and yank it off. And like, we'll call the bar. And mom answered the bar answered and gave it to mom. I'm like, Mom, you need to get the fuck home. Like, there's something going on here. And about the time we did that, all the lights in the house went off at the same time.
Huh.
And then they flipped back on and they started flashing. So John and I just left the phone, and mom heard us fucking scream, and we ran outside and we stayed in the street. Like outside, we had t-shirts and shorts on because we were in the house, but middle of fucking winter, and mom and dad come home. And when they came home, they saw all the lights in the house flash, and they're like, what's going on? And I'm like, there's a fucking ghost in there, and whatever it is, it's not happy. But whatever happened, I'm not going back in that motherfucker tonight. And so we went and stayed with my grandma for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 nights. But I always had that little kid at the end of my bed. Always did.
Weird.
And then when Candace and I got our first place together, this one was really awkward. And she thinks that this entity followed me, and it didn't stay at our house. And a dare, we were sitting in the living room, and we had a ranch style house, and we had a red balloon.
Uh-huh.
that was back in the back bedroom. Nobody ever used it. I don't think Parker was born yet. I don't know where we got it. But we were sitting out watching TV, and I will say this, we had our ceiling fan on.
Mm-hmm.
So the ceiling fan could have been drawn a circle, like a loop of, air and stuff throughout the house. But we started looking down the hallway, and we saw this balloon come out of the back bedroom. And it was helium, so it was floating. And this fucker like floated all the way down, and then it stopped at my office, and it went into the office. We're like, oh, okay, that's fine. About 2 minutes later, the balloon came out of the office. It started making its way down the hallway.
How to pop that motherfucker.
And Candace and I both had like our own recliners. So she was where you were at, closer to the balloon, and I was over here. Pretty much the same thing. Our TV was in the corner. And I'm just looking at her fucking shaking, and she's laughing because this doesn't get her at all. She loves ghost shit. Like, it's her passion to watch this stuff. And this fucking balloon came out, got into the living room, and I'm like, at this point, screaming like a bitch. And it makes its way around the living room. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's just a cycle of the air from the fan. The fan wasn't going that fast. And this thing ended up coming up right in front of me and sat there. And Candace is like, oh, Josh, he's got your number. I'm like, you fucking cunt. Like, she really plays.
She's ready to watch a ghost murder her husband in front of her.
She plays into that shit. Well, then it doesn't help that, like, her favorite shows are the ghost stories, paranormal shit. And then
Ghost
she watches.
Hunters and all that shit.
And then she watches all this death show, like the first 24, like How to Kill Your Husband. And I'm like, so if I end up dead, if anybody's watching,
Josh ends up missing.
look at Candace first and then the ghost second.
Candace did it.
That was a long, drawn out ghost story, but that's why I'm not a fan of them.
I don't think I've ever seen a ghost, but I will tell you this. So one year for Christmas, I'm at my dad and Kim's outside of town here, and it's Christmas Eve. We stayed up late. Saya goes to bed. We put the shit out or whatever. Santa comes, and I slept on the couch. I'd been asleep for about an hour. Fucking open my eyes, and all I see is a figure standing in front of me, like 2 inches from my face.
Yeah.
And I cocked back. But, like, right before I swung as hard as I could, I realized it's my little sister. She's pumped up for Christmas. So she woke up. She's like, look what Santa brought us. And I'm like,
oh, my God.
Fucking go back to bed. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Bro, could you imagine if you would have decked her?
Oh, man, it was close. I was like,
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then she's like, I'm not going to bed. I'm like, all right, go wake up mom and dad. She's like, okay, I'll go back to bed. Yeah.
That's a crazy
she
one.
about got fucking leveled.
Oh, dude, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, the key word is you got to have lights on in your house, and I think that's a good segue into our next sponsor for Lit Up Midwest.
Lit Up Midwest. Light up your
Midwest.
house so your ghosts don't haunt you or flicker them.
So you can see them.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear some words from Adam Kafer.
Let's jump in.
Am I the only one that didn't know you can light up your home year-round? Let's talk about Lit Up Midwest. Imagine 16 million lighting combinations, 250 colors per sequence, nearly invisible by day, dazzling by night. Perfect for holidays, parties, or just to make your home stand out. With a one-time installation, enjoy up to 20 years of customizable.
Hey, thank you, Adam, and all you've done for us and your company, Lit Up Midwest. If you guys are looking for good permanent home lighting solutions, make sure you hit up Adam Kafer. Free estimate, 20% off.
If you mention the Manstream.
If you mention the Manstream podcast.
Yeah.
Also, if you're looking for another discount on some really good shit, why not try the best beef jerky I've ever put in my mouth? Out of Nebraska, Smoking Gun Beef Jerky. If you use our affiliate link, you get 10% off.
Yeah.
The other day, you could have got 15, but you didn't fucking pay attention. So
Yeah,
joke's on you.
And go out to the social media page. You'll find links on pretty much everything that we have for Smoking Gun.
Just scroll down in the below this video you're watching or listening to, and there'll be links there.
Yep. And also make sure to subscribe and like to Smoking Gun's Facebook page as well, because that's where they will go ahead and put out any additional promotions that they have going on beyond what we have for the 10% off. They'll throw, like the other day, they had a deal for a weekend for 15%. They'll throw some stuff. I know they did it this winter when they had the snowstorm out in Lincoln. He did a 20% off because the store
You
was
know,
closed.
and Nebraska's boring, so
Yeah.
you know, to keep things interesting, they sell stuff super cheap.
Yeah. So just like and subscribe to their page so you can find out about the new deals. Use our affiliate link, though, to get the additional 10% off.
That's right. The Mainstream Podcast
Yep.
/ Smoking Gun, something like that. It's in the, just click on the link.
It's in the description.
It's in the description. But I will say this too about Smoking Gun beef jerky. Their fucking seasonings, their steak seasoning is
Delectable.
so good.
You'll have to give me a
So
sample of that.
just
Buy
yeah,
s-
okay.
Buy my own.
Buy your own, motherfucker. I'm at like half a bottle on each one.
Are you really?
Yeah, I got their high velocity seasoning, all purpose seasoning, and then I got their Brazilian steakhouse seasoning,
Ooh.
and I fucking mix them together. The other day I put some that high velocity on some shrimp, had the Brazilian steakhouse on my steak.
Yeah.
Mixed a little Montreal in with it because I like that shit. And then a shitload of butter on my shrimp with that. Oh man, it was so good.
Got me salivating right now.
Yeah, I know my mouth is watered too. But yeah, you know, hit them up, tell them we sent you. It's really good. Anyone that I've sent there and gave that jerky to has said it is delicious.
Yeah.
So, and I just ran out, so I need to order some more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do. I'm out. The last 3 bags we had, Parker took them for soccer last week and then finished it up on Friday night. So
Yeah,
definitely need to get myself a new order.
yeah, for sure. Me too. And then also, some people out there are looking for Mainstream Podcast swag, I have heard.
They are?
Yeah. So why don't you follow the link to our store,
Yeah, absolutely.
our online store, and order yourself a Mainstream Podcast shirt or hat or
I think condoms are coming out soon. No, I'm just kidding.
you want to get a condom with my face on it. That fucker's never getting used. No, they got shirt. They got all kinds of shit on that store.
Yeah, they do.
Hit them up. I haven't put my order in yet. I've been fucking around with race cars too much, but you know, check them out.
You know what I thought we should do in recognition of your carnivore diet? You know how some of these steakhouses around here have like the old 76er, like in the
Oh yeah,
movie,
like the big
the
ass
Great
steak.
Outdoors? Yeah. Do you think we should at some point just like go into a steakhouse, whether it's Texas Roadhouse or wherever it's at, and just film ourselves trying to complete the challenge?
Well, here's the problem with a lot of those challenges at those steakhouses.
Timing. You have to also eat all the
No.
other shit.
You have to eat all the sides.
Yeah, yeah. For you,
So-
we just let you go without them.
Well, the steakhouse is going to do that though.
Well, I know, but for like us,
Because that's part of it. Like, you have to eat the big baked potato. You have to eat the fucking baked beans. You have to eat the roll. You have to eat the salad. You
Yeah.
have to drink the drink.
the relish tray that they bring to you.
yeah, like, it's like, fuck, dude. It's a lot of food.
Yeah,
and
it
a
is.
72-ounce steak. I think I could put down a 72-ounce steak sometimes. I don't know.
Really?
That's a lot of steak.
The most I ever did, my cousin Tony on his bachelor party, I did a 36-ounce, and I fucking downed that thing in 5 minutes.
I think-
And I was drunk though.
I think I went to Texas Roadhouse with a coworker of mine. And, you know, they got the big display case with all
Yep.
the steaks in there?
Yep.
You're allowed to pick your own.
Yeah.
And there was a ribeye in there, and that fucker was way bigger than the others. I'm like, I want that ribeye. Like, when I sat down and told the waitress, I'm like, I want that ribeye in the case. She's like, you talking about the big one?
Yeah.
Like, everybody knew what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably been sitting there for 5 days. They're waiting for some idiot to buy it. But I'm like, yeah, give me that big fucking one on the top. And so I got it, and I ate it. And I thought I was just going to get charged for a ribeye.
Yeah.
Fuck no. I got charged like 16 or 17 extra bucks. It was like a 40-ounce steak.
Yeah. What'd that run you, like $80?
Oh, I don't know. Work paid for it. It was a business dinner. I only do shit like that when I'm eating on the company, man.
Yeah, ours was Rube's Steakhouse in Waukee.
Oh, dude, Rube's is so
Yeah, you
good.
been there? Yeah.
Fuck yeah, out by Tama.
Yeah. Well, this one's in Waukee. The
Oh.
original was in Waukee, and then they've since opened it. But yeah, you grill your own bread.
Yeah,
you
you
take
do
your steak.
make your own steak.
Yeah, yeah.
Make your own sides if you want.
Candace
That-
hates going to that place.
Why?
She's like, if I'm gonna
It's
fucking.
so fun.
Her point is, if she's gonna pay for a steak, she wants somebody to cook it right and not have to fucking sit over
Yeah,
a flame.
I cook steak better than any restaurant, in my opinion. Like, I cook the best steak.
Yeah.
The best steak I've ever ate, I cooked.
Have you ever sous vide a steak?
I have had sous vide prime rib once.
Yeah. What was
I'm-
your thought?
It's different.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible. It
Yeah.
was better than I thought it was going to be.
I think they're more flavorful as far as the juiciness of it, like actually getting that juicy flavor. I don't think you get it from a sous vide steak, but
Texture-wise, the sous vide was
kind of chewy.
not slimy, but not like
You really got to flash fry that thing though in a cast iron when it gets done, or it doesn't.
Yeah. See, I
do
just
it good.
I'm like 1 inch thick steak, season heavily on both sides.
Yeah.
Put your grill on high, let your steak sit. When your grill is hot, like 500 or more degrees,
Yeah.
throw your fucking steak on there, close the lid, 4 minutes,
Flip
open it, flip
4
it over,
minutes.
4 minutes.
Medi-
Perfect rare.
Medium rare.
No, that's rare, brother. That's red. Now, there is one trick. Don't let your grill flame up. Sit there with a cup of water and keep pouring it out. Or a squirt. I used to have a squirt bottle that
Or
I
just
used.
move your steak.
No, I have keeping it on the hot spot on my grill.
Oh.
I don't have one of them fancy grills like you, Mr. Marketplace Man.
Did
I got that cheap charboil.
you
grill.
see that thing?
I saw the picture of it. It looked very nice.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's an all-in-one. Like, it's got a smoker box built into it, so if I want to smoke, I still can.
Is it gas or is it?
It's gas. It's propane.
Okay.
Yep. But then there's the side burner too, which I do like. And it,
Mhm.
I mean, I think you could probably fit 16 ribeyes or more on there.
Yeah.
I think I could probably fit 30 burgers.
We should have mainstream meat day where everybody brings meat to share and we
Yeah.
just cook out.
Well, we had burgers tonight. I had a nice.
We'll do it. We'll do it for a podcast. We'll just sit
Okay.
here and eat different kinds of meat.
Yeah, we can.
We'll eat each other's meat.
That sounds gay as fuck.
Be like, hey, Josh, let me try your meat.
Let me try your meat. You know where we should go? Have you ever been down to that Brazilian steakhouse in Davenport?
I haven't. In the mall?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I would like to go.
Phenomenal.
Is it?
Let's go sometime.
Huh. I've only been to one, and it was in Chicago.
Yeah.
And it was because the guy was quitting, so we took him there for his last dinner. Our VP took us.
It's a good one. It's a good one, man. I think it's like $57,
Yeah, but it's all you can eat.
but it's all you can eat.
Nice cuts of meat.
Yeah. Hanger steak's great.
I can get behind that.
They got a nice fillet down there that they do.
Nice.
They had some jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon. You can't have that.
I know. I like jalapeno poppers.
You can't have the cream cheese. Yeah, you can. You probably
I can
cream
have
cheese.
everything but the jalapeno.
Yeah, it's not very much a jalapeno though. It's a lot of bacon and cheese.
Yeah. I put shredded chicken in the middle of my jalapeno poppers.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Texas shotgun shell?
No, the Texas shotgun shell is something else. That's
Okay.
a Texas Twinkie.
Ooh, there you go. All right.
That's what I call them anyway.
Well, shall we get into our draft?
Yeah, I totally forgot what we were drafting.
Boobs.
But oh, that's right. It's time. Do we got another sponsor ad we want to run
We'll
before
just
we
talk
do the draft?
We don't have a JCI. It's at the end
Oh, we don't. Well, let's mention them real quick.
of it. Okay.
Before we jump into the draft, listen to this sponsor ad. Pause. Unpause. Hey, we would really like to thank JCI Electric. They rock. If you need any home electricity done, commercial, at home, private, I can't think of anything else.
Give
Get a
Tyler
hold
a
of
call.
Tyler.
Yep.
And at JCI, and he'll get you hooked up. Really good dude. He's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
But yeah, he'll take care of all your electricity needs,
Yeah. Give him a shout,
Mr. Sparky.
Mr. Sparky. So, are you ready to draft boobs?
Yeah, so tonight on the Main Street Podcast Draft, since it's just Josh and me, we figured this would be a fun one, since we already talked about weird sex animals.
That led right into it.
Yeah, it led right into it, except for all that shit in the middle.
Yeah.
We're going to do 5 alternate names for boobs.
Sorry, Candace is texting.
Tell her I
Speak-
said hi.
Speaking of boobs.
Call her and put her on speakerphone. Do it.
She's asking.
Do it. Call her. and
No,
put
we're
her
not
on
going to call her.
speakerphone. Why? Is she in a bad mood?
No, she's
Did
got
she text you boobs?
she's got 5 kids upstairs right now.
Oh, you got a sleepover going on?
Yeah, so one of the kids Tyson's a friend with, his dad's a truck driver, and we watched him for almost like 3 weeks straight.
Oh, yeah.
And then he went back down to Houston, Dallas area. Flew out on Friday, so we got him Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. Who knows? And then Ty found another friend at the park, and evidently he's here too. So
Bring them down. Let's get them on this thing.
no, thank you. No, they're like 12.
I want to know what they call boobs.
No, dude, it would not be good.
No, it would be fun.
It wouldn't be good.
At least your kids.
No, you wouldn't get Tyson down here to talk. He'd giggle and laugh too much. He wouldn't even say anything.
That's fine.
No.
One of these days, we're going to get these kids on here.
Okay.
I want to talk to the one that pooped in his pants.
Parker?
Yeah.
He's upstairs.
All right. So, alternate names for boobs. 5 choices. Snake draft style. Make sure you go vote for your favorite. Shall we rock, paper, scissors for who goes first?
Yeah. I always lose.
It's rock, paper, scissors, shoot, right?
Yep. So
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You got it. Fuck. I've never.
I
won
want to
one.
go first when everybody's here.
I've never won one yet.
All right. So, alternate names for boobs. My number 1 pick is going to be Hooters.
That's a good one.
Nice Hooters.
I think we always called them udders back in the day.
Udders?
Udders, yeah. We
Oh,
always called them
that's not
girls.
very flattering.
Hey, show me the udders.
That's not flattering at all. I'm going to say jugs for my number. Oh, no, you get to go again. Sorry.
Yeah,
I jumped you.
You did.
Fuck.
I'm not gonna. I'll leave your jugs alone.
Oh, thank you. You can take it if you want. I'm not going to get upset.
No. I'm gonna go back to the original stuff. We always called them mammaries. Just called them the mammaries.
The memories.
Yeah.
I'll say jugs is
Yep.
my second pick.
Okay.
And then my third pick is mommy milkers.
Ooh. Mommy milkers.
Uh-huh. It's so stupid, but it's so funny. You're up.
Oh, fucking shit. I think we always called them chesticles.
Oh, dude, I was just popped into my head. Fucking
Yeah.
chesticles. Yeah.
We always called them chesticles. God, I'm trying to think of what else. The twins. Called them the twins.
The twins? How are
Yeah.
the twins doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Your twins look perky today.
Yeah, your twins look perky today.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a real easy one. Tits.
Yeah.
Tits is a good one.
Is that your phone or mine? Yours.
Oh, it might have been mine. And then this is my last pick already, which is
Crazy.
sad, but depending on the girl, man, there's two different words I could use, but they kind of mean the same thing. But
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with this one. Sandbags.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are the sandbags?
How are the
doing?
sandbags?
Nice sandbags.
Yep.
Look at the bags on her. Sandbags. Have you ever seen Liar Liar? Everybody's been real nice. I just moved in. Well, that's because you have huge jugs.
Yeah.
I want to squeeze them.
I wanna
Your
squeeze 'em.
boobs are huge.
Your boobs are huge.
If I was a boxer, I'd bounce those things like Sugar Ray Leonard. Mama.
I got teats. Can you milk me, fucker?
Yeah. I have I have nipples. Can you milk me, fucker?
Oh, man. I'm trying to think of the last one.
Another name for boobs. There's so many.
There are.
There's so many.
There are. Torpedoes.
No. Okay. That's fine. What?
I was going to go with the Twin Towers, but those fell
Twin
down.
Towers?
They got deflated.
Oh, my goodness.
What was the oddest? What were the best breasts you ever saw, and what are the worst ones?
I don't.
Like, just describe them. Don't tell me who they were. Just describe them. Like, what's your ideal?
I'm a boob guy. So,
Okay,
the
so what
bigger, the better for me.
So you want like triple D fucking dinner plate tit?
I once dated a girl briefly that had triple G's.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Huge.
Were they saggers or were they fucking holding
They
up?
were natural.
They were saggers.
I mean, they hung down a little bit, but they're the size of my fucking head.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also dated a gal who had like B cups, and those were nice too.
I think every boob's nice.
Yeah, I think boobs are great.
Yeah.
Big or small, we like them all.
Yeah. Mosquito bites up to fucking torture chambers. I don't care.
I mean, as long as you don't look like a guy with his shirt off, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Had one of those. That was bad.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
You sit there and you're like, oh, I'm bigger than you.
Next time
they
we
got
need to
big
do
nipples, though.
alternate names for bras.
Ooh. Over the shoulder boulder holder.
That's one of my favorite ones. Over the shoulder boulder holder. And then I got very good at high school at doing the one finger,
dude.
the snap.
Did you see there was an Asian guy who set the world record for fucking most bras unsnapped in a
Yeah,
minute?
but Asian people got to be good at everything.
He didn't look like he was, man. He only went through like 15.
Oh,
I'd have ripped off
the
like
bigger
40.
they get, the harder they are. There's just more clasps.
There's more, but there's also more tension too.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the little two hook ones. You know, those are usually the
I've
B
done
cups.
I've done the fiver at one time.
Yeah,
And that's hard because
It
you got to
is.
use the whole hand.
you got to use the whole hand. Yeah.
But there's so much fun. Like I was a prick in high school, but I'd be like, oh yeah, let me rub your back real quick. Whoop.
And you do it in class.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I
We'd
didn't
run
care.
down. We'd run down the
Then
hall.
you get that, and you're like, don't tell.
But then secretly, she's like, "Oh,
No girl was secretly like, oh.
go to the bathroom."
Yeah, no girl was like that when I was in high school.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I was a good boy. But that was the Mainstream Podcast Draft.
That wraps her up.
Make sure you hop onto our socials and vote for my list because it was better than Josh's and his torpedoes. Torpedoes.
I know, dude. I just didn't know
That's
what
like
to
an
say.
alternate name for a dick or a baseball bat. A torpedo.
Torpedoes. Yeah.
Speaking of torpedo bats,
I
I
was
don't even know
gonna
what
do
that is.
We used to. I was trying to think of it, and I have it now, but it doesn't matter. One of the guys in our school called them the Mary Kate and Ashleys.
The Mary Kate. Ashleys.
You know, we always called them the twins, and he's like, yeah,
the bobbers.
He's like, oh yeah,
Yeah. Hangers.
the hangers. Ooh, yeah.
Tiggle bitties.
Tiggle. Fuck. I used to say that all the time
Yeah,
too.
them some fucking
Tiggle bitties. God damn it.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
Well, I can't substitute.
Josh sucks and swallows. But hey, thanks for tuning in to the Mainstream Podcast. We're hoping you have a wonderful Mainstream Monday. If you haven't noticed, we've been dropping all our new episodes on Mondays for Mainstream Monday. Give us a like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything you want us to talk about, hit us up. Next time we'll have more people here. But as always, Josh, you got anything to add?
I don't.
As always, we are the Mainstream Podcast. Good night.
It's where you want to be. We'll discuss the latest trends and the news of the day, and we'll tackle the tough topics in our own special way. So if you're looking for a place to escape and unwind, welcome.